Thank you, Wouter. It is my special honor, privilege to welcome you here again on this Sunday morning where we open up this space as a safe space where we can gather together, like Wouter said, from all over the world, and we can be as one and we raise our vibrations. And for those of you who are new, we meet every Sunday, but also the recordings will be on our YouTube channel with the same name, Light Warrior Collective. And you can find that in the chat should you wish to tune in. And this morning, it is also my privilege and honor to welcome back not only a special guest, but someone who has become family to the Light Warrior Collective. Wolfgang, it is a privilege and honor to welcome you in today, and you bring with yourself a special gift, the art and science of breathing. And we thank you for sharing your gifts with us. And this morning I hand it over to you. We are all yours.
Wow, that sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for this space you created over 5 years consistently, almost every Sunday. There was only 2 or 3 Sundays which were not happening. So consistency, and I think that is something very significant. Consistency creates confidence and safety. Without consistency, there is no safety. There is maybe something that looks like safety, but we don't really feel it. So thank you for this space you create and you hold, which means like you're here every Sunday, and coming back is really, like you said, Jenny, space. You go in my living room, it's like I know, and there is no surprise. It's everything on its place, and it's wonderful. Thank you. And I want to acknowledge you all for that. The Light Warriors are an amazing set of people I met through Mind Valley. And the Light Warriors who created and hold this space are ambassadors. Ambassadors are, by definition, committed, consistent, accountable people. So I feel really we have something very strong in common, and that's something I can trust. That's amazing. And putting the breath into such a space is beautiful. It's a privilege, and it's easy. So thank you very much for that. And thank you for being here. Everyone I know already from the last sessions, from the last years possibly, and also the new friends who came here into something what is outside of a space where I'm very usually. The ultimate coach is a space. It's also a space of love, connection. Um, where is the how I say, it was the journey to Mumbai 2.5 years ago, which led me into the ultimate coach, and there is Alvaro and Jenny here from this space. So thank you for coming. We're in the middle of breathing. When we feel comfortable, when we're in a space with friends, with people we know, people we connect and we know they hold the same frequency from different spaces, but there is a different mindset, a similar mindset that's already very much connected to a very special way of breathing. I invite you today. And why I'm especially connected to this space today is most of you are in the US. I know Wouter is in Holland. I'm not, I'm in Serbia. I think everybody else is in the US. Is that right? Where are you?
Brazil.
In Brazil. Okay. Still on the other side of the ocean. Okay, but sorry, I didn't know that you're in Brazil. Thank you. Mexico. Okay, that's not far away from the US. I'm on my way to the US. On Wednesday, I will go to San Francisco, and we just had a short conversation um, before the session. We make a check-in and a technical check, and we had a moment to talk. I was in the US 36 years ago in San Francisco. It was the first time that I entered the United States. And I was actually informed that San Francisco might be very different than back then. And I'm aware that's actually also a reason why we meet here today specifically, because here is a dear friend of mine, Sarad. Sarad is from Nepal. He is in San Francisco and he's creating currently a very special event, which is called SoulFest, where will happen next week, the ultimate reset. And I would like to speak about what that means and why that is a kind of relevant. I recently saw an interview with a gentleman who came to San Francisco 36 years ago, exactly like me, the same year. And he was asked what changed from 36 years ago to today in Silicon Valley. And he said 36 years ago, products were designed for people. Products were designed to make humanity making a step forward. And he brought it very much to the point. Products today are built to make money. That's a very strong statement and a kind of what shifts in the energy of the place. And we go to San Francisco to bring this ultimate reset, where in Silicon Valley is a kind of the core of innovation. San Francisco, Silicon Valley is a kind of the core of the world of innovations. There is other places, but there is no other place as impactful as Silicon Valley. What I mean by that, for instance, Facebook, social media, which impact it has on our lives. We know mobile phones, and that was funny, but iPhone changed the way mobile phones impacted our lives. When there was the telephone, it was ringing when somebody called you. The iPhone says to you hello possibly every other second because we look for something what could be an emoji or just some response on an email. So the frequency of engaging with an iPhone as a device increased the involvement. I think times 10,000 is an understatement. A normal telephone was a device you had on the phone, on the table, and if somebody called you, it shifted with an SMS. But an SMS also was something coming not so frequently. But with the iPhone, with the engagement of Facebook, any social media, it became a magnet. And what we talk about with SoulFest is about the ultimate reset because we've got the impression it's not healthy anymore. And I invite you to take a breath into that, what I'm saying. I have the impression it's not healthy anymore. I'm breathwork coach and I connect with people by watching their breath. You can easily see and you can easily feel people's breath. I don't even have to look at them. I feel the breath. And when I see people being engaged a lot with AI, ChatGPT, with social media, they hardly breathe. And the pattern of this breath is breathing on the top of the chest, rather fast. And when you look out, most people breathe through the mouth. And this breathing is a breath of anxiety. This is the breath, how we breathe when we are in alert, as we are with the phone on the table. Everybody's alert, or you have to take it. It's there, and it's even designed so beautiful that you want to have it in your hand. So there is something what creates an alertness in a dimension which is very involving. And this alertness wouldn't be so bad when it's in the day, but it became such a habit, such a pattern, that we take it even into our sleep. So the situation today is that many people cannot really relax in their sleep. And the effect is you wake up, you're not rested, you're grumpy, you're aggressive. And what we see today in the world, and especially in the I mean, that there was seen in the places around the world, and especially currently what's going on in the US, that's a reflection of such a behavior. When we are relaxed, such a behavior can simply not occur. There is something what is ready, and this readiness came through certain shifts in behaviors, through mindsets, through products. It's a full package. And to meet that, we think about a full reset into aligning body, mind, spirit, and soul. And this will happen next weekend, 21st, 22nd, in SoulFest, in a choreography Sarad designed in such a fantastic way. And I'm honored to be there with the breath. There will be sound healing, there will be mantra. Last week here was a mantra, which is I love it, especially when somebody does it who comes from from there. So it's not something learned. It's like Sarad. Sarad received it from being a baby on. He comes from a priest family, and his ancestors, his grandfather, they were priests. So he had it all around, but not by going to church. It was like literally at home. And this frequency I can sense through him. So I'm having the honor frequently to listen to chanting when we are in a space together. So there will be chanting, there will be music, and in a way that we can align body, mind, soul, and spirit, and that will happen there. And it all starts with the breath as the foundation of an ultimate reset in a way which is in the book, The Ultimate Coach. I was just posting 10 minutes ago. Oh no, 30 minutes ago. I had an insight. In the book, The Ultimate Coach, there is a significant moment when an extraordinary person shifted from being exceptional and driven by old emotions into being one of the most loving people on the planet. And in this book, this moment is described as demolition. Demolition is something what demolishes old patterns and creates a space to be something new. The ultimate reset is a kind of that, or demolition is an ultimate reset in a very hard way. Soulfest is an ultimate reset in the most gentle way possible. by being guided, by being designed, by given time, and by being together in community. And this introduction into this SoulFest with the breathing, I would like to share with you here today, with you. You don't need to know anything. I want to share with you two details before. We are online. That means your internet, my internet, your device, my device, anytime could have a breakdown, right? So possibly we go into a breathing and in any moment you could be alone. I invite you to be totally relaxed about that because you will always breathe in your way. That is significant because in usual breath work, somebody tells you a breathing pattern to speed up, to slow down, to breathe through the nose or do something. This will not happen. You will always breathe in your natural way. What has the advantage? It is consciously designed from me like that you can be alone anytime. That's the only way how I can breathe online with you when you're always safe. This is a conscious piece of this breathing. So be entirely relaxed about what is if there is no connection. You're totally in your breathing, and that is exactly where you should be. The second piece is you might relax and have a feeling you fall asleep. When we deeply relax, we might have the feeling we drift away. And I invite you to totally give in and allow that. Don't resist that you would go to a space and I shouldn't sleep, whatever is the thought pattern why that shouldn't happen. I invite you to allow it. It's not a sleeping, it's a deep relaxation. It lasts for 10 minutes, and at the end of the session, you're back either way. So please relax about what if you would fall asleep. Allow it to happen. Okay? I'm saying that because many people fight against this because, I don't know, we should stay present or whatever it is. Please relax about that. Well, I invite you to find a position. This breathing you can practice in any position. You can sit, you can lay down, you can walk, you can even drive a car. You will not close your eyes then. You can practice this always and everywhere, and it will make a difference. And an invitation is possibly if you're usually the lay down person, maybe you want to shift and stay sitting. If you are the person you know what you usually are, maybe you want to change something. But you even can do it as always. Find and choose a position. You're all muted. Consciously close your eyes and take the next inhale, fully aware, and observe how your breathing instantly changes and your body responds. Just closing the eyes and taking a conscious inhale causes your body to respond. And take the next inhale consciously again and observe how your body responds. And every response is okay. And everyone has a different response now. Just be aware in the moment when you listen into your body. Your body responds to this being listened to. And I invite you to allow yourself to move. Any kind of. This can be something what you feel and you roll, I don't know, your neck, your shoulders. It can be a tension in your face, or it can be in your hips. Without judgment, just observe which movement is occurring by simply listening with a conscious inhale to your body and what he has to tell you, to share you, to show you. And I invite you with the reoccurring inhale, conscious inhale, let your body move again. Simply observe with the inhale what is moving. This can be a tiny invisible move, even on a cellular level, and it can be a physical big move which has an impact outside on your muscles. There is no good or bad about any of it. Simply observe and take another conscious inhale and breathe. In this current situation, you're still, you're not active, you don't take extra energy. The inhale is always active. So take this conscious active inhale and feel your chest expanding, your shoulders slightly rising. Observe your belly possibly moving as well. And observe the exhale flowing out, possibly without any activity from your muscles. It's a pure relaxation of the muscles which were contracting in the inhale and falling into place back. And that is the natural exhale. And observe how this exhale becomes very long because there is nothing pushing the air out. It's a natural releasing, which makes it a long exhale. Until the inhale occurs and takes over and brings life back into your body. And feel this joy of expanding the chest. And observe that in this moment of this inhale, it's not certain if it is the muscles which are pulling the air inside, or if it is the breath pushing inside and expanding your chest. Just take a moment and some breathing cycles into both possibilities. Life enters your body and observe that this is not a request. This inhale happens to you if you want or not. This life in you is a force, an unbreakable force coming to you. It doesn't require a decision, doesn't require any effort. It is meant to be yours in this moment. And simply observe this next inhale consciously. It is breathing you in. Even it is active, it is not a doing, it is being active. Until the very peak of the inhale, and then it turns into the being breathed out without action, without pressure. And observe this breathing cycle of life flows into you and life flows out of you as a natural, consistent cycle. From your very first breath until your last breath in the future, and every breathing cycle in between. And I consciously invite you to allow the sounds. There might be a humming, or there might your mouth open with the exhale and the sound, a voice occurring. I consciously invite you to allow this sound, to activate this sound, and breathe out that might sound like something or look like something. Whatever it was judged in the past and why you should not do that, or you only do that with a special person or in a special place. Literally just feel, experience that this sound is a result of your breath. Your vocal cords are relaxed, creating a sound, and you giving yourself permission to simply have that. If that is not, it's held. When it's held, it takes energy and something is stopped. It's not authentic. So consciously allow this, what is there. And I invite you to let yourself being surprised. What is coming out? With every breathing cycle. And having that sound, I invite you with the next inhale to observe how a beautiful force is rising up from your belly into your jaws in your face and making your mouth to open and a yawn to occur. And I invite you to allow that. Have the picture of a cat, a dog, or a lion when they were resting and they wake up. They are stretching. So with the next inhale, allow your body to move and have a look where your arms are moving to. Possibly against gravity, they move upwards without any energy needed. Allow this stretch, and with this stretch, your mouth opens 180 degrees and a sound occurs. And with the next inhale, it might occur again. The only thing you do is listening to your body by being with your breath. This is not a creation, this is a reflex. Your body tells you what he needs. I'm pointing into a direction which you most likely suppress since your age minus whatever until 4 years or 3 years of age. And you can reactivate by listening to your body these natural, organic reflexes which you shut down because of the people you're surrounded with. Breathe out any blame, any guilt. Simply breathe in and allow this reflex to occur. And it might easily happen that in the next 5 minutes, it repeats again and again 50 times. And if it is so, allow that. You never saw that. You never experienced it. You simply listen to your body and follow what your body needs. Does your body need by being listened for the first time in a long time? And take this next conscious inhale and have a look what occurs. If there is this force in your jaws, allow it to open. With the exhale, have the sound and feel how your body finds deeper and deeper safety in its core. By simply taking a conscious breath, a conscious inhale, and breathe. And take another deep, conscious inhale. Allow your body to move. And the sound to occur. And breathe. Allow your body to respond in any way. Emotions might occur, thoughts, sensations in your body, possibly a pain somewhere. Don't get involved. You don't need to get rid of them. You don't hold on to them. Simply have them with your loving, kind attention. And in this moment, reconnect to this next conscious inhale. And observe how your body responds naturally. And in response, observe what happens to the thoughts, to the emotion, to any sensation in the body when they find their place by moving themselves. You stay with your breath, taking a conscious inhale, allowing your body to move consciously. Observe how your breath flows into your legs, into your arms, into your toes, into your fingers. And feel how with the inhale, spine slightly stretches, the head slightly moves to the back, your mouth opens, and allow this stretch and yawn to occur. We have this sound of a stretch, which is a... And if you're a yogi master, maybe you have to wrap your arms 5 times around your neck, but a stretch eventually will occur, and then there is the stretching sound, which is a deep release. And then I invite you to keep your eyes closed and connect to all your senses. The hearing, the smell, the taste, and your senses consciously connect, keeping your eyes closed for another moment. And stay connected with your inhale. Simply observe how your body responds to every inhale, being listened. And then I invite you to take another conscious inhale. Have the big stretch. Have the yawn. And with the next exhale, consciously open your eyes. Stay in your position. Stay connected to your inhale. Simply observe how you're connected to this inner world and this outer world in every single moment. You never were not connected. And breathe into this for some breathing cycles for yourself in silence. And when you are ready, connect your feet on the ground and breathe into this connection. Breathe deeply into this presence on this planet. And at the same time, feel this connection to universe. And then I invite you to consciously come back on the screen with the intention of I give permission to be seen, and I give myself permission to see the other one. And in this awareness, we come together rather than being here and we see each other because it's possible. It is a conscious permission and a conscious choice. And I invite you when you are here and seeing the others coming back to feel into this space now, coming from this connection. And breathe. I invite you consciously to allow your body to move. Everybody here knows what happened. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. And coming from this place, knowing what this reflex is doing for us, please allow the yawn, allow the stretch. For one simple reason. I know with every stretch, with every yawn, you hear me better. Encouraging you to be fully you in your best version, relaxed, is creating a space where I speak into, where I am heard when I'm speaking. I'm not speaking for nothing. I'm speaking to people who are listening. So I create a space where you can be relaxed, and this is part of it. When this is not part of it, it's very simple. It's not a relaxed space. It's as relaxed as possible, but there is a border. So going deeper with yawning, stretching the voice, with every single piece you get deeper and there is no end.